Um, how are you, Caitlin? Now that you've got that done, you probably feel a lot better.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I've been working on that for 25 minutes now, so I'm glad we're sorted.
Yeah, it's we actually I have had different ones where we just abort and we just finish up phoning in and they can hear and I can see and share and that sort of stuff. So we got there. It was just probably the additional numbers made it slightly different. But what I
Hi
might do,
David,
so
how are
Kate
you?
is Caitlin and Belinda's access to do
I'm
you
not
both have
too
the
bad at
same
all.
non-access perhaps at the
Um,
moment?
Sorry to bother you, David. I know
Or I'll
you
just mute
Renata
I'll
spoke
mute
to you
Teeny.
about using
Turn mic off. There we go.
This is
Awesome. All right. What
access
I'll
to
while
we've got
we're
access to LinkedIn, and that's about it.
yeah. So that's not going to be a problem with the ones that you don't have, right? Because we're going to be creating some of them. So it's not a total abort, but it does make so if I go back to well, actual fact, let's just because we're the team today, right? So Teeny, I think sounds like she's going to be a bit in and out, and so we'll
Yep.
work through it. These are always fun days. If there's certain things we can't do, we'll just work out how we're going to be able to do it when we're going to be able to do it. I think that's probably the way we're going to have to handle it. So it just means that. Yeah, if there's certain things we can't do, we might just have to hold out for another day in terms of particularly around Facebook and Ads Manager and that sort of stuff if we can't access those. And clearly, similarly with Google. So Google and it having done a couple of things with Renata recently, I'm fairly confident she would have access to all that stuff. So is the difficulty is she's a long way away, right? So we can't get her access. So even though the other person may well also have it, but if that's problematic, then let's go with what we can do. As I said, deep breath. I've got my coffee almost last quarter, so we're all good. You're all good now, Caitlin. Yeah,
Mhm.
you got plenty
I've
of
got juice.
liquid juice there. Perfect. Um, right, so I'll get you for me just to click on that top one that says checklist, Belinda. Oh,
Okay.
whoops. I think you might have stopped sharing then as well. Did you stop screen share?
Oh, no, because just wait. Where have you all gone? No, well,
I, I whatever. Maybe it was the window that you had opened with the whereby you're no longer sharing.
okay. Oh, Nick's here.
Okay, good.
Well,
Actually, Nick may well have access to the Google side of things too, so it's hopefully positive.
let's see there. So I'm going back to the.
What we can do is if we want to shift it from who was more likely to drive, Caitlin or Belinda, or not sure. You're not
Not
sure who.
sure.
Okay. All right. So let's get you, Belinda, if Nick's there as well, because I have a feeling a number of things. I'm hopeful anyway that Nick may well have access that the rest of you are may well not have access to. Whether Nick knows it or not, I'm not sure. Particularly around the Google stuff, I have a feeling just from what I saw with Belinda, not Belinda, Renata, the other day. Um, I'll get you just to go to the bottom of this screen. Can you see us at the moment, Belinda?
Yes.
You can, right? So at the bottom of the screen, just go back to the share button again for me. Next,
Yep.
yeah, and just click on that again and go entire screen.
Steve, just to let you know, with the Facebook login,
Yep.
I've just spoken to David, who was helping Renata previously.
Yeah.
He's removed himself as administrator.
Yeah.
So his understanding was that Renata's the administrator. Nick, do you know anything about this?
Uh,
I don't know anything about it. No,
yeah. He was, yeah, no, and he came, if it's the same guy that was doing the restaurants then probably too. So yeah, um, we didn't take him off. I don't think we might have taken him off the restaurants, but I'll have a look in the business manager on the off chance that Renata's got I can see stuff in that side, but let's see how we go. I don't suppose Nick that Renata has given you her sign in for Facebook by any chance?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Because that would in fact I remember with a couple of things we were having to do anyway. I'm fairly sure because she was with passwords and things she was doing. Anyway, that's probably what we would have to do. Is we'd probably need to sign in as Renata to be able to get access. So we might want to.
So Steve, I've just got
Yeah.
a message from Charity. Let's have a look. Case said it's Renata and David who may be the admins. I've attached eHealth. No, sorry, CNHC. Yeah, so it looks like she's got the eHealth one, but not the CNHC one. So it was just
Charity, is that you're
Renata.
talking about Charity?
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Finance manager.
I was
So
just
I'm
saying to the girls, let's have a look where we're at and what we need and what we don't have. Let's work that out first, and then let's work out what we need to do to actually get access. Then, yeah, um, uh, probably. In actual fact, is Renata's on this? Because yeah, Renata, and I know she's enjoying herself, isn't it? She is on the project though, right? Let me just double check.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to be. She's sort
Ah,
of
you know
in
what
charge.
though? She actually, I haven't added her on here at the moment. So actually, I wonder if I do her. I wonder if they're on the other one. I'll put it as her Gmail, but I'll add her on both actually, with both her work one and her Gmail one. Um, uh,
It's like 2 hours.
she already has access to Basecamp with a couple of others, but
She might be.
I'm thinking she has access also to Google too. So, can I just get you to click back, please, Belinda, just to Basecamp up the top for me? You can close the search one on the left. We'll try and keep tidy here. Yep, there we go. And then click on the checklist in the middle. That one, the hyperlink there in the middle that just says Diffy Social Setup Planning and Checklist. That's the one. Thank you. Yeah, and then scroll up to the top. So this you would have all seen probably as an email. Just scroll up to the top of this. As I was saying to Caitlin and Belinda, these are fun days. Breathe it in. It sounds like we might have a few little hurdles. We'll overcome them. If not today, we'll work out how we're going to overcome them. It'll be okay. So the first thing, so clearly we've got our laptops. We've got everybody connected. You can scroll down just a little bit for me, Belinda. So this first part is actually getting access to the different channels. So we've got profile images and landscape photos that we can use. So that's all good. So just scroll down a little bit further for me. Yeah, and just to where it says we've got the different links to the different channels. So, actual fact, I'll scroll down a bit further, Belinda, to where it says set up, and you've got all the different channels that we're looking at for now, right? So, so there we go. We might as well do a right. If you right click on that complete nursing, the website, we'll get the website open as well. Oh, now it's
We should have a mouse in here.
yeah, mouses are handy. That's it. Oh, yep. So we'll right click on that website side of things, and we'll just have that open because we're going to be using that for copywriting and stuff today. In fact, that was going to be my first job when I realized that you're actually already on, but I'll send that that Dropbox link to all of you by email, so you'll all be shared with a folder. The main thing there is just having shared access to imagery, but you probably don't. You can right click and have it open, Belinda, because there might be something that I've saved on there for you. But if you just right click on the Dropbox link and open that in a new tab as well. Yep. Great. Do you guys use Dropbox by any chance? Not normally. No. Okay. Most of the stuff I'll be saving photos off website and that sort of stuff as they become as they're. I think the website's getting a refresh and stuff as well, right? So I'll have capacity to be able to do that, and I'll be able to use the ones that we already have, as well as potentially just use other ones that are more generic that if we need to, and put logos and things on. Anyway, LinkedIn company, if you right click and you can open the LinkedIn company, I think that's one that we do have access to.
So Steve, sorry
Yeah.
to cut in there.
Yeah.
But I need to dash off to another meeting.
Sure.
So I really just wanted to come in and do the
Yeah,
intro
yeah,
and probably,
sure.
I don't know if what Nick wants to do, but
Yeah,
the idea in terms of what we agreed from our last meeting was we don't want too many people involved. You want your
sure.
conduits,
Yeah.
which is why we agreed Belinda and Caitlin, who kindly volunteered for these media champion roles.
Mm.
So they will be our media champions and our conduits between yourself and Hillary moving forward.
Yep.
So we will try and obviously give them as much information and support as we can throughout this whole process. But, you know, as you and Hillary requested, let's just minimize how many people are involved in each stage of this. So I'm going to bow out. I am here. So if you need me to look into anything, whatever, Caitlin and Belinda just Teams me, let me know, and I'll jump straight back in
All
and
good.
I'll help out with whatever you need. Just to let you know, I'm trying to, I think Belinda and Caitlin are now on the LinkedIn CNHC page. Obviously, Facebook, we can't sort out at the moment. There is an Insta thing that one of our CSMs in Brisbane North, she's going to share those details with me as well.
Right.
But I think that's as much as I could find out about where we're at on socials at the moment for you.
Yeah, that's okay. We probably I probably I'm hoping. I remember Renata's words were, "Oh, Nick should be able to cover off on that." So I'm hoping Nick might be able to actually. There's a couple of things that I might be able to work through with Nick around access. I have a feeling there's certain ones where Nick has similar access. So I might even be able to look at, as I said, the business manager when we get to it. That Renata's business manager, because I think there was more than
So I
the
think
restaurants.
Rifat
Yeah.
and Eloise have got Queensland Facebook access. So if we need to go through that, that might be another option.
So who's
Yeah.
that? Louise and what?
Rifat and Eloise. So Eloise told me that Renata added them to the Queensland page.
Yeah, I probably not. Probably that's not a great option, only on the basis that we kind of have a brand page and we want to stick with around that way. But as I said, let's see how we go. We'll work through it, and then we'll reconvene if needs be, and do what we need to do to kind of complete things off. Well, at least today will be a good session of working out what we don't got, if that's the case. Yep, that's all okay. I'm kind of I'm mindful of the fact that Renata's probably, to a degree, it probably her being away probably made that little bit of difference around, because I know that she has access to all of this, anything that we need. So just from what I think I saw the last time, well, I'm fairly confident anyway. So all good, no worries, Teeny. We'll sing out.
Okay, thanks, guys. Bye.
Cool. See ya. So what were we doing? We did our LinkedIn. Just on the LinkedIn that you've opened up there, Belinda. If you click onto that up the top over there, yep. And if you sign in for me,
Let's hope I can remember my passwords.
yeah, that's right. You're in the hot seat. Usually takes 3 goes. Don't worry.
Well done.
2 in 2 is great. Cool. So just are you gonna? Is this your laptop? Yeah, it's up to you whether you sign.
It is my laptop, but I mainly use my desktop.
Yeah.
So it's all signed in on my desktop. So I normally just click
Yeah.
on it.
So there you go. So you clearly have access to that because we can see it as admin. Just click if you click click the messaging so it drops down in the first place. So yep. What I'll get you to do is just find me in search. So if you go in search, just do Steve Hubbard. Not that we need to be connected. It's just that it's good that we are straight away. So Steve, VE, and then a space, and HUBBARD, and geez, we must be quite distant. And then space again, do a space, and then CPM. Geez, Caesar comes up before me. That's a bit rough. Now just go see all results. I'm fairly sure I'll come up somewhere in there. There we go. Just click on that Steve Hubbard there. Yeah. And just see on the just for your note, particularly if you've got business development people looking to connect, and this is usually what we talk about in the planning sessions. But if you click on more next to follow there, and just go connect underneath save to PDF, and I actually just go work colleagues. That'll do. And connect. You should ask you to do a note. Just do add a note. Just say hi, Steve. The main reason is I know we're in the room together, but 90% of people, if they're using LinkedIn and they're important to you, you might be government, could be business development, whatever the opportunity might well be, career development. As long as you say, hi, Caitlin, it'd be great to connect, or I noticed, great to meet you the other day at that event. Be good to stay in touch and connect on LinkedIn. Always good to personalize that message. It's probably the most powerful of all the social medias. And I know for a business like yours, particularly, I know Teeny's just gone, but realistically, where you've almost got a lot of carers, right, that are involved in the business as well. So, so realistically, personal direct, most powerful of the social medias because it is exactly that. Everything else, you're kind of dealing in mass, if that makes sense. So anyway, if we go back to if you click on me and your profile for me, Belinda, up the top, yep, and go view profile. Quickest way normally to get to our company rather than having, if you just scroll down a little bit, and we will actually do a few little things for you there. I can see you've already linked to your, just a little bit further down. A little bit further. Down to your experience. Yep. And even if you want to right click on the logo next to complete nursing and just open in a new tab. Yep. And if we go back to LinkedIn up the top there, the one that you just opened, sorry. Yep, the one up the top. Yep. Just make sure it's there. And go admin tools. Sorry, underneath viewers member, it's got admin tools on the right. On the right hand side, admin tools. That's it. Yep. And then, actually, just try that again. Just click on the yeah, that's it, and go manage admins, and check that. So scrolling down, probably got a few people. So Caitlin, you're on here. Belinda's on here. Nick, should you be on there?
Sure, sure. Maybe.
Actually, you know what? Eloise is the only super admin anyway. So Eloise is the only one that can add people.
Okay.
So we'll need to get Eloise to add me. Yeah?
Yep. Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a little text or an email that you could do to her now. That's, as I said, so if we could do that, that would be good.
Yeah, she's just out the door.
She's out the door. Okay, no worries. Well, the other thing is what's better to do, Belinda, is just get her to change you to a super admin, and then you can do it. Yep.
I'm not very good on social media, just letting you know.
That's okay. Today is just about the technology, and it's okay. Together we'll be good. It's largely my role. Hopefully, did you do that mastery class, Belinda and Caitlin, the other day? Yeah, yeah. Some of that was okay.
So I'll go and make sure that they did ask to. So you want me to
Just make you a super admin, and then you can change others and add others. Yep.
Okay, she said to refresh and it should come
Should
up.
be there. Yep. That's probably right. Okie doke. Yep. And so now, if we go, click on the blue button that says Add Admin,
Yep.
and then just do Steve, and then that one there. If I'd accepted, we would be, and just go. I just to put in the schedule. I need super admin for now as well. So if you just go save,
Okay. Yep.
and that's that. In fact, while I remember, I'll go in and just accept your invite to connect as well. Um, uh, just while we're going through things today too, it makes sense to use most of the applications are better and easier to use on the phone than they are actually uh, on the laptop. So just if you're as you're going through, maybe have LinkedIn on. You've probably got LinkedIn on your phone, for instance.
Right.
Yeah, so similar things, right? So it's worth having the app on your phone. Just makes things a little bit easier. Mainly for you guys, it's just going to be to see what's being put out there, that sort of thing, right? So there's no real, just so you understand, in terms of Belinda, you were sort of saying, oh, you're not really feeling that, the reality is at the moment, you're just going to watch really a lot of the stuff that we're doing. We're putting everybody, the business will be put on train tracks. I'll be posting every second day or so, all that sort of stuff. So realistically, then the opportunity is for yourselves, if you think about that Facebook mastery course the other day, is really just to do a little bit more if you wish to, realistically. There's no real good, and often they'll be the more popular things because you could do real time, Nick's 15th anniversary in the business. I don't know. You know what I mean? Somebody's birthday, it could be, or whatever it might well be. There could be those sort of things that are real people, real time, that often do better. And even then, um, Caitlin might take a lot of photos and go, "Oh, let's just get Steve just to post it across everything." You know what I mean? I can do that as well, right? So realistically, there's just ways we can help each other. There's no real, yeah, as I said, you're not going to be too concerned about, yeah, you all I can tell you is that you'll be vastly more knowledgeable by the end of today and as we keep going, right? So that's all that'll happen. So um, I'll get you on this one. Just go viewers member for me, Belinda.
Okay.
Sorry, viewers member up the top right.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, I'd already put this in for you, but that's so effectively that link. Um, if we go to our company page, I don't know. Just go back to the website. Sorry, I mean the website page up the top. And there's going to be a couple of improvements, but I think at the moment, just correct me. Have we got LinkedIn on here already? Just scroll to the bottom of this website. Is the icon there already?
I have no idea, to tell you the truth.
I think Facebook might be, but I have yeah, Facebook is, but we should certainly have LinkedIn on here as well. But we want to actually ultimately have all of them on, and Hillary's going to use WordPress, and we're going to have them all so they're visible. How do you contact us? They'll be with with the emails and the phone numbers and that sort of stuff, and they'll be visible at the top of the page because realistically. Scrolling down and even finding it in amongst the logos, you wouldn't necessarily know that the Facebook icon is clickable. Just click on the Facebook icon out of interest. And so that's the other thing. So what you can do, copy that link for me. Just copy it and then go, yep. And then go back a page. So go back to the website, in other words, because that's another thing. Sorry, no, go back to the Facebook, but then go on the left-hand side, the arrow. On the arrow on the left-hand side, you want to go back to the website. Because you see what happened here? This Facebook page goes straight over the top of your website.
Yeah.
That's really bad, right? Because as soon as people click on Facebook, they ain't ever coming back to your website, right? What you want to have happen is it opens up in a new tab, right? So just because we're going to make some notes today, what I'll get you to do is click back on the base camp, which is second from the left, Belinda, top left.
Yep.
Yeah. And scroll all the way to the bottom quickly, and we'll just go and you just type in the comment area. You're just going to type in notes and go enter, give yourself a space, and just do the paste of the Facebook page. And just make a little note. Oh yeah, so that's when it pasted. That's okay. And just make a note. Open in new tab is what we want it to do. Yeah, just so that I remember that. And at the end, Caitlin, remind me to tell Belinda at the end of the setup to hit add this comment, but we don't need to do it until we're finished, right? So
Okay.
sometimes I forget. So
Yeah,
next,
easy, Caitlin.
yeah, next thing, Kayla's got the easy job, right? So she's just in now and can. That's it. Um, right. So let's go. Because you did the copy of the Facebook. Let's open a new tab now on the far right, next to your LinkedIn. So far right, new tab, and let's just paste in that Facebook.
Sorry, can you speak to Nicole?
Sorry, there's an emergency. I just have to, because we've
Okay.
got a participant going into
Okay.
hospital. Sorry.
Might be a good time to make a coffee, Caitlin.
Maybe I just whipped out a raspberry and white chocolate chip muffin, so I'm like
Oh,
pretty
sweet.
excited.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Well, emergency is completely fine then. There's no
Yeah.
emergency at your space.
Look, I'm really happy taking a back seat and letting someone else control the computer for once. It's really nice.
Oh, there you
Usually
go.
they get me to do it
It
all.
may well be that you should be controlling it then, if that's the
Shh.
case. There you go.
It might be, but I'm having a nice little break.
Okay. Let's I'm gonna while they're looking, I'm gonna see what access I have to well, I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna share the Dropbox with everybody. That's probably thing number one.
I did manage to locate through Teeny and Charity a bunch of the professional photos they've got, so we've actually got the
Oh,
raw
fabulous.
images.
Oh, that'll be good.
Because before that, I was just like using screen snip because no one could find them. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's good.
So we're a
Yeah.
bit updated now, so that that we've got
Excellent.
them.
Okay.
And there's 1,000 different versions of the logo as well, in case you need more.
Yeah, it's probably unless it's going to change in the rebrand, we'd certainly want to have be consistent across each of
Yeah.
them. So let
They've
me.
got one with they've got the main one with the orange point, but then they've got one with yellow for one of the other
Yeah,
subparts
I
of the
think from
business, and
memory
one
it
with
wasn't
green.
quite fitting either. So I might have already tidied it a little bit so they should be able to fit in.
Cool.
Now I've got the rubbish truck out the front as well as trying to do this. Hang on. I'm just doing the email, so bear with me while I'm not very good at suboptimal tasking, I think, or multitasking. So just put this in for you.
Sorry, and just had somebody go to hospital via ambulance, and I've been organising it this morning before I started.
Oh no, all good.
Oh goodness.
No, we're all good. I'm just take a breath. I'm just sharing this Dropbox link to your emails. Then you've got yeah. Maybe while I'm doing that, do you want to sign into Facebook for me, Belinda?
What do you mean by signing
Well,
my?
yeah. Well, ultimately, it's the same as it'll finish up being the same as LinkedIn. You'll basically have Facebook works, and to be honest, under Facebook Business, you then have your Instagram. It works in the same ways that we're as people, we then manage the business assets, right?
Yeah.
So for now, so I'm assuming I'm going to put both of you will be put on the Facebook page and the business manager. So you may as well, sign in and at least like if nothing else, you can be following it for now. Sorry.
Okay. We'll see how I go with this one.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, that's right. Well, yeah, that's often the hardest one.
Do you want me to share instead, Belinda?
I just don't know my password.
I've got my Facebook open and logged in if you want me to.
Oh, that might be good because I have no idea what that password would be.
Yeah, we'll give you time to
I'll
work
just
that
share
out.
my
Then
screen.
it sounds that's it. That sounds good.
Which screen?
Caitlin
Let me do that
outed
one.
herself while you were away. She was enjoying a break.
Yeah.
So
I was usually make people get me to do all the computer stuff.
Honestly, I'm hopeless
Alright,
with
you guys.
stuff. So
yeah, I think Belinda, we've got our new whereby sharing champion. After an early hiccup, we're absolutely in. Right. Okay. So I've just sent that.
oh Lord, I got it first go.
You did get it
Might
in the
work.
end? Yeah, awesome. All right. What we can do? I actually I'm not sure what that. Okay, next. There you go. That's interesting that it's come in. Must be because you haven't used this computer for Have you used this computer ever for Facebook? Do you remember? Laptop?
No.
Probably not. There you go. All right. So you can give.
I
So
go on Facebook once a week.
as I said, you could at least give this page a like, given that you, and then we'll be able to find you. That'll help. So given that's your company page, the other thing I was going to do, other than so just give me 1 second. I'm just going to see if by any chance I have the business admin for it. Okay. Right, Meta Suite, no accounts. Copy link. Okay.
Feels weird not looking at you guys.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, only yeah. So the what I have access to, unfortunately, because I didn't think more than that, is I only have access to the 2 restaurants that Renata's involved with. Yep. So I won't. But it does sit. Yeah, I'm fairly sure that she's going to have that access. Rightio. Next. Let's go. So what we can do, probably only need one of us sharing. So you've outed yourself, Caitlin. Um, but actually, having said that, for now, because we've got Nick, and I have a feeling there might still be some stuff that Nick can do, right? So let's just. I'm just going to stop your screen share. Which one's your screen share at the moment, Kayla? Yours is the You've got dark. Yeah, I'll just stop. Let's just continue along, and let's just keep working through, because there is going to be stuff that I just want to make sure that we can't do the Google stuff at Belinda's end. That's all. So, and by all means, what you can do in the meantime, though, Caitlin, is have your screen reflecting this. So, in other words, have Basecamp open, have the different ones open if you can. That would be awesome. If you haven't done that already, you may well have
Yeah.
already done that. All right. So let's
I
go.
have.
You have. No. Let's head back to Basecamp then, Belinda, which is the second tab over. Yep. And then scroll up again to where the setup, what links were from the audit. Just yes, so stop there. So Instagram we need to set up anyway. You don't have so just open a new tab far right.
If you need me to log in, I don't have
No,
Instagram.
we don't need you to log in actually.
That's
So,
good.
in actual fact, what we might do is
I don't have Twitter.
you can just type in Instagram at the moment, but in actual fact, what we'll do is when we're setting up, we'll get Caitlin to do it from her screen, because it's not going to, at this stage, it's if we need to create it, we might as well create it from it's creating a business channel, not a not you don't need to use your personal one for that. Similarly, Twitter, you could just go and open a new tab. I know you don't have a Twitter, so just click on a new tab far right, and we'll just do Twitter. Just type that in. And yeah. And yeah, don't worry about that. Then and a new sorry, you can get rid of the Twitter search, which is what they always do with and on the Instagram search, just click on Instagram perhaps. So just click on official site, yeah, and get rid of the search one. Yeah. And then far right, I want you to go to Google. So on the far right top, top, yep. And just go, and you're not going to have this on your computer, but anyway, just for the sake of the exercise, if you click on search or enter, so just, sorry, in the search part, just write Google. Yeah. And then, so Rosters clearly uses this, right? So Rosters at Complete Nursing. So
Oh, that's just one. I have many emails, and so all my emails are set up here.
Okay, so because it's showing in this, can I just get you to click on Google because it still doesn't quite look how I kind of see how it's got Google down there. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Close that one. Can I get you just then click on the 9 dots next to sign in, and so do you use Google for any of them? So did you say you have a number of Google accounts that you use?
No.
All right. So the business. Okay. Let's just in the Google search, just go Google My Business or Google Business in the search area.
Just in this
I
done.
can't remember whether you. I'm just looking at the audit. Hang on. No, you do definitely have a complete nursing, and you've got 22 reviews. So someone's got access to that, right? So,
Yep.
um, so what we can do. This is where I was thinking we almost need a Nick to sign in, or we'd need to almost be looking at Nick's computer, right? So from a Google side of things,
He's just popped out for another meeting.
yeah. If you,
But I don't know whether he would have it either. He's as good as what I am on.
yeah, I understand. If you basically, if you go back to Basecamp,
Yep.
yeah, on the top, and you see, you scroll down, and just right click on that Google profile, that Google map. Yeah, so
On
right
here.
click, open a new tab, and if you go to that on the right hand side, I think it opened it. Did it? Oh no, it opened it. It's opening it there. Yeah, okay. And then just
Yeah,
drag it all the way to the far right.
Oh, I didn't even realise that you could do that. Oh, what have I done?
Yeah, just yeah, pick it back. If you just no, go in the middle and just put it back towards the plus, you should be able to get it back in there. Yeah. Oh no, you've created a new window. Just bring it. Where's it gone now? There it is. Is that it? Oh, it's just gone in a new window.
Is this gone to a new window? I
What you
think.
can do, you just copy that link, and then paste it and open a new tab. Can be a bit finicky once you if you miss it. It should be the same actual copy that you already did. Yeah, copy all that.
Why is it not?
Oh, it doesn't look like it's happy doing that. Just try again. Sorry, you can close it. Go back to just close that whole window. Yep. Lucky it didn't close and then just right click again on the on that map. Yeah. Open link in new tab. Yeah. And if you want to have one more go, just try dragging along. That's it.
Slowly. I think it's because I don't have a mouse, and these
That's it. So
aren't the best.
So what we probably see here is scroll down on the left hand side, and sometimes it'll ask, "Do you own this business?" Or suggest an edit. I wonder where the suggest an edit would go to.
Because this is only a Bandura office. There's no Queensland in there.
Well, that's the brand. It's the only one that you have, and typically, yeah, whether it probably is associated with the Bandura office, but it's actually the only one you have, right? So again, it's and even from even from what we're doing, because what this should do is then show the catchment of Australia or however where the catchment is, but still there is often multiple head offices potentially, right? So but in this case this should be searchable. Doesn't matter whether you're in Queensland or otherwise, but it's just whether we add a second, whether you actually have two. That's the other thing, right? So often businesses do, but they use one as the main brand that they post through and that sort of stuff, right? So just a question of whether we do that or not. All right. So clearly, as you said, so I'm wondering if Caitlin's more comfortable, maybe we share off Caitlin's in the first place. Although before we do, um, let's so we know that here's what we know. LinkedIn, we're okay. We're going to be able to do what we need to do today. Facebook, not okay. We're not going to be able to really do anything at this stage unless we can get access to the Facebook page, which is why I put in the Facebook email. But the problem is I probably forgot to send it. It's probably Renata should have known that I should have sent it through to Renata so she'd given you access, right? Because if we can't access them, we can't do anything. Instagram we can create. The only issue becomes is we can't integrate it with the Facebook page because we don't have the Facebook page access yet. But we can create it at least, right? And then we'll integrate it when we can. We can clearly create Twitter. I'm slightly hesitant to create YouTube because YouTube is a Google product, and and it should be owned by the same person that owns the Google this page, right? So in other words, whatever this one is set up, if it's under Renata at the moment and Nick, for instance, then it should also be under Renata and Nick, if that's how it's been done. I don't think Google was something that the previous person had access to either. I don't think they were doing anything there either. I think they were only doing Facebook, Facebook and Instagram, from what I can tell. So it really is whoever's got access to this, we need to get access to it. We just need to work out who that is. So sometimes when you do a Google search, so for instance, if you go to the left of this tab, Belinda, up the top, sorry, up the top of the Google on the left-hand side of the one we're in at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, just click on that one and just type in complete nursing and home care. Maybe don't click on. Oh, you can see. I mean, when you click on the one below, that's actually bringing up the other
Well, that's
one.
a new address. So that's where I am. So it's
That's
brought
where
up
you are
the
at the
one.
moment. So click on that one.
But somebody's obviously updated it because we moved this
No.
year.
So there's another one, right? So there's two. So that's a different one again, right? So what you can basically do. So if you click up the top, right, and the top it's got the red. Sorry. I'll be clear with my instruction. Where the red point is on the map, click on that. Yep. And see it's got share. That's a different map address to the one we've got. So click on that share.
Well, that's an old office.
Yeah, it's whatever. That's right. So again, it's just click on that share there and copy link. So I didn't find this when I was doing the audit because I'm in Melbourne, right? So it just didn't pick up on this one. And it's only got one review, right? So by comparison to the other one, it's not as. Now go back to Basecamp for me on the second from the left, yeah, and just scroll down and just write Queensland Google. Because again, you probably need to get access to that if it's old and it's not the right one either. So Google, and just paste. Yeah. Right. And so back on go to the that one there. Click on that. Yeah. And then just close that. Close the box there. Yeah. My instructions are still warming up. Yeah, close that little part in the middle. Yep. On the left-hand side, does it also ask you whether you own this business? Just scroll on the left-hand side. It doesn't. So just go back. So use your arrow to go back on the top left. Yep. And see on the right-hand side it goes own this business.
Yep.
Click on own this business. Now, do you have a Gmail? You have your own Gmail.
I probably do have my own Gmail.
Yeah, but it's using a computer that doesn't use Gmail, Google as its main drive is probably fraught with danger. And then it's probably, and in terms of where you're, we don't want to probably use your work email because that would probably have to create a profile. Just go back again. I'm going to.
Do you want me to do it, Steve? Do you want me to do a Gmail?
Have you got your
so.
Gmail? Are you able to put your Gmail details in here,
I think
Nick?
I've got a Gmail.
You do or you don't? No.
I don't, but I can probably create one, can't I?
No, but just try using out of interest. Just use your Nick at. The interesting thing is, I reckon Renata's got it, and I reckon I actually, because she stuffed up at one point with the password somewhere, she had to write it down. But anyway,
She'll have her. She's got her Gmail. She's got Renata.
she's got her Renata Gmail. I've actually added it in, so I don't know if she, yeah, if it's worth maybe with the Google and the Facebook products. Maybe we leave both of them till we've got access with Renata, because I know that she can access. I certainly know she'll be able to access her Gmail, and I reckon she'll be able to go into the complete. We've got two profiles for your Google as well. So we've got one main profile, Nick, which is the Melbourne office, and then we've got this other one. We really want to probably we want to get access to both of those. I'm hopeful that they'd sit under both of Renata's, but if you
The other one is at our old address, so it's never been updated.
Yep.
is that your so that's your is that so because you're using Belinda's laptop, right? So I just I'm not sure that's the best bit. Do you use Google, Caitlin? Do you have a Google? Do you have a Gmail?
Yeah.
You
I do.
Gmail. Yeah.
Do you need me to log into it?
So all I'm thinking is purely on the basis, what I want to do is have somebody that sends it. In fact, I can do it from my end, right? So let's just I'll stop you sharing for now, Belinda, just because, and we probably don't need to go any further. You just go back. You can go back a screen on this one. So we've kind of worked out you got the two. So clearly you've got the two brand pages, not just on Google either. You said there's a Queensland one, which I didn't pick up either, around. So you got to probably decide whether you keep both or whether you merge it or not, as well. But anyway, given clearly, what's the so as far as Brisbane and Melbourne, is one a head office, or they're just the offices? It's just the two main offices that you have. How do you sort of consider it?
Well, here in Queensland, we've got three.
Oh, multiple offices.
Yeah. So I mean, that they are Queensland and VicTas are separate businesses with separate ABNs, but our goal is to eventually amalgamate them all. And we are sort of trying to treat the management of them all as a national process now. So so we would like to have them. We are the goal is to have it as a have the business sort of looking like it's amalgamated.
So my suggestion to you, particularly when you're a multi-outlet business like this, is that you would create locations for the different outlets. But you'd have the brand, and the brand probably just need to decide which one. If I was going on Google at the moment, just purely based on the reviews you've received on, you got 27 plus on the Melbourne one, you're almost better off translating that as your brand for now, and then identifying the other locations so that when people search, they know they've got the right location office. Similarly, and it may be appropriate given that what we can do and can't do today is that because there's a bit more, if you're actually setting up not just a brand but a couple of locations, and that there's a little bit more time involved in that, right? So just in terms of how that works, but you want to do it right so that people kind of know that it is all the same business, it just happens to be different locations of it. So in any case, what I was saying to the others, I'm not sure unless we can work out a quick way of getting access to Renata. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do Google and Facebook today, which then kind of makes it tough to complete Instagram and YouTube, because both of those are, so Google owns YouTube and Facebook owns Instagram, right? So we can certainly set it up, but what we can do today is do as much as we can do from a setup, and then we just maybe reconvene once we know we've got access to the other stuff. Does that sound like a plan?
But what do you need from Renata? Do you just need passwords or?
Well, I see. Essentially, there it's not password. Yeah, so basically, it's almost her password, because effectively, to access the Facebook products and the Google products, we do it as ourselves, right? And then we use it in a business manager, which I know that Renata's set up for Facebook.
Right.
And then it would be a matter of adding people under that business manager to the different Facebook and Instagram accounts. And similarly on Google, it's a matter of being able to sign into the Google profile and add the different people as, again, managers or owners in your case. So you'd be added as an owner, the rest of us more a manager type role. But yeah, only she can do that. It's not something she can, we can't sign in and get access to it, right? We need somebody to give us access, basically. It's a bit, I think Belinda might have said, or Teeny said that Dave, if that was old mate Dave, used to be involved. So Dave would have probably been able to give us access had he maintained access himself on those pages. But yeah, clearly he can't do that now. But it may well not be ideal anyway, because we don't want Dave to have it in his business manager. We want complete nursing to have it in their business manager, right? So you don't want somebody else to pretty much have sort of the keys to your business rather than you. So anyway, we'll get there. But what I'm thinking, Caitlin, have you kind of got the same open up on your screen? Yep.
Yeah.
So you can stop sharing from your end, Belinda. And what I think we'll do is get Caitlin to share. And what we can do, if you'd like, is if we step through, we'll set up the Instagram. So at least you create that. We'll set up Twitter. We'll refresh LinkedIn, and we'll make sure that you're all-star yourselves as well, representatives of the LinkedIn brand. And then we'll work out what our next steps are going to be with the other accounts. Yeah? Does that sound okay for now? So let's go to Instagram, Caitlin. In fact, you know what we were going to do is try to see if you could contact the people that own those, the people that own the Complete Nursing on Google, because you've got a Google account. Can I get, on the right-hand side, Caitlin, top right, you've got Google opened? Is Caitlin frozen by any chance? Maybe. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we are.
Did you freeze? Maybe.
Froze.
Yeah. What we might do on that basis then.
Can you guys?
Yeah, we can hear you. What I'll do, and Belinda, maybe if you do the same, is just turn your camera off so we're not putting too much pressure on Caitlin's Wi-Fi. So, and you can do the same, Caitlin. Turn your camera off, and then just share your screen.
Why did my camera not turn off? Because it's hidden.
There we go. Yeah. Now share screen again, and hopefully it's only the one thing that's sharing video then.
Can everyone see?
Just one more step, probably. Just select and then go. Can't see it yet.
Okay, no, that's fine. It says it's sharing, but I'll just stop and do it again.
There you go. Yep, we can see it now.
Cool.
Awesome. So what I was saying is, if you just I change your plan, because you've got the Google account, can I get you could go to the far right? I see you've got Google open. So when you when you go in and if you click on those 9 dots on the right hand side, what happens for you? Does Google My Business see you've got Google Business open on the left hand side? Was that just because you searched it, or
Yes.
okay? Just try sign in. Just go sign in for me, yeah, and just use your Google sign in Gmail. Just so others know, this is how Renata's got it set up at the moment as well. So it's just her Gmail. Okay. Okay, what's this one? Recovery phone. Okay, so did you? All right, so yeah, maybe do a let's just now do a. It doesn't look like you're not going to have any access to this at the moment. So just just type in complete nursing and home care. Yeah, so
Queensland or
click on the Bundura one. Okay, request access. So this is currently managed by Joe. Who's that?
That would be Joe Rajan, our ex-old HR manager.
Is she? Did you say former or?
Former, yeah.
Is there is she still contactable?
Possibly.
Let's go request access anyway. It's a good start. So at least we've that's helps us in one way. So select let's for now because you want to be able to access ownership when we know that it's you that's trying to do it because we're all watching you. Let's just go ownership. What's your relationship? Yeah, so you go employee for now. Yep, that's fine. And then your phone number. Yeah. And so just copy that Joe at the top at Gmail for me. And so yeah, copy all that. And then if you go back to Basecamp, you got Basecamp your far left, and then you go down. You can probably add that your comment. By the way, Belinda, and that way we'll just work off. We'll work off Caitlin's from now on. So, and so leave that. You don't need to add it for now. So that's it. So we know that then you're going to send this. Yeah. So what's this say? Let the owner of the business see my public information. Well, we don't have any public information, but whether you could tick that or not, that's fine. Your contact. Yeah. I share your info. Yeah. Okay. So what's this way? What have we got? If it hasn't responded, let's just copy all of that blurb. Let's copy the blurb. Yeah, just go that and then just paste it in. And yeah, so that suggests that Renata may well not have access to this one. That sounds like something that potentially we could get Teeny onto the case of. Potentially, I don't know. You guys know things better than me. But anyway, let's we can't do much more than that on that for now, right?
So
So
do we need access? Do we need Joe's access, or can we delete her access? Or
no, so what we need is Joe to basically give access now to Caitlin so that Caitlin can give access to everybody else.
right. So would Joe have to sign in on her personal?
So all that Joe basically what will happen is Joe would get an email to that Gmail address saying that Caitlin has requested ownership of this and that Caitlin is from Complete Nursing and whether to give that access. As soon as she clicks the button, yes, give access, then basically we can use Google products from Caitlin's Google. Basically, we can add you as an owner. We can add me as a manager. We can then change Caitlin's to a manager once we've got you as the primary owner, right? So that's the thing. So all we need to do is contact Joe and just say, look, we've put in a request to access. We could probably do the same for the other one, Caitlin. So why don't we do the same thing where if we go back to so which that one? I'll go next to it to the left. So just go done on that probably. Sorry, it was the one you were doing. You just go done. Yeah. And then let's go sign in again. Don't know why it's got sign in. Yeah. And let's find that Queensland one and see who's got access to that one. It's a Bloomfield Street, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the one that it was on.
Yeah, so Bloomfield Street was there a second. There it is, yeah. So this one is managed by, that is Renata by the looks. That's Renata. So copy all that one and we'll go request access. So again, we know with that one, we'll be able to, we assume that's Renata, right? So request access again, yeah. With Renata, actually, you could probably go manager, but anyway. But for now, let's go, yeah, ownership, just so that we could potentially do what we need to do. So again, just go done. We know that we've sent it to Renata that time. Yeah. Okay.
So that would have sent an email to Joe Rajan's Gmail address.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And will we know when she's given us, if she's given us permission or?
Caitlin will, because basically Caitlin will get an email to her Gmail that says you are now you've now been given ownership of.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
so we've done it for both Renata. We've done it for that. So as I said, I'm not keen to create the YouTube chat. Well, having said that, now by doing that, we can actually create the YouTube channels now if we wish to. I mean, only one channel. I'm not going to create two, but we could actually use it on your one. So if you go on the right hand side for me, Caitlin, and where you've got the search, so go to the right. What's that one saying? Yeah. Let's now just type in YouTube. Do a YouTube for me, or even if go to your 9 dots. Yeah. So your 9 dots there on the right, and click on those 9 dots.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. No, all good. You've got to YouTube. Yeah.
Please excuse my taste in videos.
Oh no. Well, we'll just assume that no one. So click on that's just Google not even getting it right. Click on the C for me at the top right.
Mine would come up with whatever my children were looking up.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's all my kids.
Mine's half mine and half my boyfriend's.
Yeah.
Keeps eating.
So underneath keyboard shortcuts, go settings. Yeah. And what we want to do here is go create a channel. And again, so here, well, actually, in fact, you probably should create your own channel in the first instance. Yeah, so and maybe can I get you to just, well, whether you want to or not, but it's just just go create a channel. So that's okay. That's so you've got your own channel. So that's your C.
Okay.
What I always recommend for people, particularly, is just use your same photo that you use on LinkedIn for your Gmail and other things often, just so you kind of know where people otherwise. Anyway, that's if you wish to. You may for the sake of this, we're not going to create Caitlin's channel. We're going to create the business's channel. So I'll get you to click on the C again for me. I think.
You don't have YouTube either.
Yeah, and we'll go settings again, and we're going to go create a new channel again. Yeah. And this time now we're going to type in or copy and paste complete nursing, and I think we'll use the word and rather than ampersand, because I can, yeah. Okay, yeah. I understand, yeah. And we go tick on that. All right, just refresh that. It often says that. Yeah, okay. All right, I got another C. So, right, let's just go customize channel, which is the blue button on the right there. And I'll get you to go in branding. In the middle, it's got layout, and then it's got branding. Yeah, and just upload. Can I get you to upload? You said you've got a number of new logos, but have you got the square one, a square version of the icon?
With a black background, I do.
Yeah, well, I think the website's black at the moment, so I think that's the one to go with anyway. Yep, so let's go with that.
It's a poor quality one, but
Let's just it's not quite in there, is it?
it doesn't want
Let
to
me
move.
yeah, that's what just go cancel, yeah.
Do you want me to pick it up from
You can right click on the Facebook page,
hang on, I'll go to
or I've got it in here. Yeah. So you could actually, if you go to Basecamp where you just were, I've done a black version and it's actually got the full logo. So you can either use that icon,
yes.
which should fit, or for now, let's use the full thing that actually says, although it'll be tiny on certain things, but maybe download both of those ones and then we can choose which one you prefer. Maybe open it up first just to make sure you get it in the full size.
Yes.
That's all, yeah. Otherwise, it could be if you should be able to right click, I think, still. Right click save as, or maybe not. Maybe need to download it. Okay.
Right, that one's done. I'll do this the same as well.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So maybe the logo because it's sort of even my version needs resizing. Let's go full. There you
That'll
go.
work.
That actually looks good. And it sort of at the moment marries with the current website. So then you've got the various slider photos that you've got on the website. Have you got a best of them in terms of your banner image? You said I think you got access to some professional ones, yeah?
Yeah, I'm not. One of the participants that featured in the photos has just passed away, so I'm not sure if they still want to use photos with him in it.
So we don't maybe. There's the one with the girl and the dog. That one there.
Yeah.
The number
But
2. Yeah.
do you think it's a bit? Do you think it's not very tasteful if we put the was that Leo? Is that Leo?
Yeah, Leo. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like. Would we have to get permission from his family first to say, hey, can we keep using photos of him? Like, I mean,
Yes.
see over there.
Yeah, this one actually is the opening. This one starts the slider banners now anyway. This is the first one when you go to the website. So this is probably a good one to use.
Yep.
Okay, so we're put that on the
So go
banner
upload,
image.
yeah.
Come on, computer. No, don't stop moving things. Marketing photos. Of course, it's in a different folder. Hang on. Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
It's always easier to just sit and watch. Don't worry.
I'm just gonna move it to the other window so you start watching me. Where is she? Come on. Not that folder. There we are. Open.
All right. So what we need to do with this one, we try and get her. So grab a corner and then lift it up. If you know what I mean. So take the bottom, just so we get her face and the dog as well, maybe
It won't move any
at
further.
the highest.
Yeah, it won't shrink any further.
Can't grab it from the bottom any further.
Nope.
For the sake of this exercise, I'm going to hope that it actually, when we get it, so that's probably, we've got a little bit of her face, we've got the dog there, we've got the wheelchair, so let's go with that as our best for now. Let's go done. It's it's rare that people are going to come in and look at the actual banner of your page, but it's good to have one put in there. And then let's go with a watermark down below where it got and just upload. This one maybe use the white logo or the white icon, I reckon. So just go upload, and I think it's in the same spot as the black one, so it should be all good.
Just this one here.
No, sorry, the square. I'd still stick with the
Ah,
square.
yes.
In fact, you could go black. You could, from a consistency point of view. See, that's going to, and this time it doesn't chop it off. So, yep. And go entire on the bottom left. Yep.
Mhm.
And then go publish for me. Yep. Okay, that's doing that. And the next thing, once that's done, is we'll go basic info, which is next to branding up the top there in the middle.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. And here we're going to go to the website.
Oh, I didn't have it open. Oh, no.
Yes, I think you do on the far. That's it, yeah. And we're going to go with our services. Complete nursing and home care is devoted to supporting people in our community to live the best. So grab that and paste, yeah. And underneath that, just go give yourself a bit of space. We could put a lot more in there. The advantage in this part is probably just some slight search keyword stuff, but just go enter. And what I want the next thing is if you go to the contact us page of the website, I just want to have something along the lines of, to refer or to, so that's the contacts. So what do we want people to do? We want them to contact us and to learn more and to contact us, or maybe back on the home. Maybe I'll use more the short that you've got. If you go back to the home, and you're sort of framing it with in-home for in-home disability and age support care. So I'll just grab that top part there. Yep. And then we'll go contact us today. Contact us today. No, I was going to say then by phone. By phone. What's the main way is by phone, and what phone we have a main phone number? Do we or
Depends on which
of
state you're in.
by phone? Okay, depends on which state. So let's just go by phone for now. By phone, do we have an overall email or no? Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. They've got different branch specific ones.
Okay, let's then go contact your nearest office. Maybe let's go back to your contact page so that we can actually. So what happened to our in-home disability? Yeah. Contact your closest complete nursing. So we contact your. Maybe what you need rather than today via the website, and you can put it. Sometimes you'll be able to use a website link, sometimes you won't. So just go via the website, and then you can paste the URL to the contact page, and maybe just do a colon after the website. Your dot. Either that or no full stop. Yeah. And I think what we're going to do, maybe before you've got that straight away, go into the contact. That little bit that says for. So go back to the home page and just that sentence that said, it's almost the short version. In-home disability and aged care for in-home, and then we'll just put the word for in front. So put it in
So-
front of contact. So add the sentence in front of the contact part, and we just say for in-house, and then paste. Yep. Yeah. So do you reckon does in-home need to still be a capital I, or just that could be a lowercase I? Yeah. All right. So let's just copy all of that and paste that into Basecamp because that's a sort of medium-sized about. Clearly, the longer version could be one that has all the descriptions that you've got on that homepage. But yeah, maybe just yeah, that's it, and then copy the YouTube URL for me as well, Caitlin. Yeah, and just put that underneath, just for paste, and then yeah, back to YouTube. And what's our main sort of? Is there a main? What? Well, what? I guess I'll ask the question differently because you've already answered it. But what email do we wish to use for our socials as our brand email, if you like? Is there an info at or a
Bundora and Werribee do use an info at Complete Nursing email address, and that's how they get their referrals or general inquiries.
so use an info at, yeah?
Yeah.
So for now, because you may well going to have, so you don't have one that basically, as Nick explained, I guess, because the separation. Let's just go with that for now, because we can only add one in here in this part. But so let's just go info at
Just down here.
down there. It's good. Yeah, add the info at, and then the other thing is you've got add link. Can I get you to copy and paste the website and put the website link in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and you just write website. As far as the other ones go, you can actually do add link under. So again, add link, yeah, and you can just type in Facebook. If you go to the Facebook page, yeah, and click on that, yeah, just copy that, and then add a link, and we'll do LinkedIn, capital L, yep. Maybe give it a capital I as well, but yeah, copy our LinkedIn page, which is if you go, yep, probably the next one over, yeah. And you can, you don't need the stuff that says my company. You could just go all the way to the home care, yeah, copy that and put that in there, and then we'll add a link. The rest we're going to create, but I'll just do Google. And then I'll get you. You can probably go back to Basecamp, and because we've got the map for that, so scroll up the top and just use the map that I've already copied. So scroll up higher, into the settings part. Yeah, set it up higher again. Yeah, and that the one there. Yep, the Google Business Profile. See that map? That one there. Copy. Oh yeah, or open in. Think what that'll do. What you can then do there is you can just click it. Actually, no, yeah. So go back to just get rid of that one. Go. You want it open? Yeah, open that. Click on that. Back on the tab top left, second from the left, and you'll get the share. So you share that part there. Yep. And then copy that link. Yep. Yep. And paste. Yep. All right. And then we can just go publish on that. And if you want to go to the YouTube to the left, click on the one on the left-hand side, the tab on the top left. Yeah, just refresh. It should all have updated now. Then click on your about. There you go. So, all right. So that's looking good. Click on now on the top right, just click on the icon and go settings and add or remove managers. and manage permissions. Okay, so that's just your password in again.
Wait. Open the YouTube. Bear with me while I do this, apparently.
Yeah, no worries. Once you do it, it'll know that you've done it, basically.
Gotta go back and turn my mobile data on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't pop up. Resend it. There we go.
Okay. So then click on that manage permissions again. And let's go add, yep. Let's do Nick as the owner using his use the business email.
This is for YouTube for when you know.
And then choose a role, go owner. Yeah. And invite. Yeah. And then for me and Belinda, do the same. So I'm Steve at Diffy, DIFY, social.com.au. Yep, that guy there. And then do Belinda at the same time, maybe.
We don't have a Google account.
That should be okay. You should be able to use the work account.
Oh, it's taken Nick to Google sign in.
Yeah, okay. So will that mean that you'll need to create an account, Nick? So just go manager and we'll have a look at we'll talk about that for 1 second. Because you'll probably have the same thing. So then you both can talk it through together, Belinda.
I know I've got one at home, but I only ever use it when I get a new device. So it's all my passwords and that are written at home.
Yeah. So I'm just going to accept that at my end. So what was going to say, yeah, Nick. So when you go in, so then you may well need to create. So have you were saying that you don't have a Google, but you could potentially. So what's the
I might
process?
go get my private phone. It might have it on there. Oh, Nick doesn't have one.
Yeah, I don't think I've got one, Steve. No.
So, but what happens when you get an email that comes through? So you get an email that came through to your work email, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then when you go through that process, what happens next?
Okay, so it just says sign in, use your Google account.
But you don't have a Google account, right?
Well, I don't think so. Couldn't find a Google account. I might have one from my other business. But that wouldn't be much good using that.
No, the thing is you've been so what you could do is create a Google account using your work email.
I think maybe I do have one.
All right, let me just accept my one.
Oh, yeah, I do have a Google account. Oh, there you go. Add a confirm, add a home address. Okay.
Maybe if I go to log into Google. It will tell me.
I think. Oh no, just accidentally.
Okay, I found
Yeah,
my email address.
Yeah.
So did you want me to log into?
Well, what will happen is because you've been invited. When you get invited, what will happen? Even though it's invited you using your work address, it'll then probably go via your Google account. Have you got it? So actually I can see I've accepted that now, so that should be okay. um, all right. Well, we can't see anybody at the moment. So yeah, so if you go back on, so at the moment, if you just step through the process, a bit like Nick, what happens when you go through the process of accepting the invite?
It takes me to sign in to Google.
Yeah. So if you sign in how you would normally sign in then to Google,
I've just pulled it up on my phone, so I know.
Yeah.
That. Hold on.
If you, Caitlin, what you can do is if you go click on manage permissions and refresh, you should be able to see hopefully that I've now, yeah, so I'm a manager now. You'll be able to see, well, we can see that Nick's signed in now as well. So you've accepted that, Nick, so that's all good. What if you run your cursor over Nicholas? Let's see if it's which email it is. So just run it over. See, yeah, just hover over the top. Yeah. So see there, it's using that's your email. Just so you know, Nick, that yeah, that's your ownership as right. So maybe for Nick's benefit, just go back to Basecamp and make a note that Nick's got ownership using the email. That's the Gmail that he's using that it's associated with. So that's not a Gmail either, right? So yeah,
That's my old business.
yeah, ownership using you probably without because we're not sharing and looking at your screen, but I'm sure there's a way you should be able to change that, Nick.
Manage permissions.
Yeah, so it's probably as in it would just be in your Google settings. You just want to add in your Google account under you want to add your other account, your any other emails, including the work one, and then what you can finish up doing is probably removing that one. But for now, you've got access using that one, and that's still you, so that's all good. That's fine. So from a YouTube perspective, so I I think Belinda's still going through that process, but that's okay. Let's, in fact, while Belinda's just doing that, permission to make a quick coffee. That sound all right?
Granted.
Thank you. Give me one.
No, I've logged in.
And you've got it too. Awesome.
Yep, I figured out my password.
Sounds good. Well, if once refreshed, it should then show you. In fact, what will also happen, Caitlin, you'll get an email to say that we now can manage and own, right? So, and in fact, you have capacity in this. Well, and we can do with Nick here, but you can basically click on Nick's that little arrow next to Nick, and you can make him primary owner. Yeah. So there you go, and then so transfer, and to what you were sort of saying before about Joe, I think it was. Then realistically, Joe,
It won't let me transfer. It popped up with a little thingy.
probably because of how long it's taken. Maybe because it's too new for the time being. I wouldn't worry for this second. Yeah, it's probably the timing. Probably needs to be on for a week or whatever. It needs to have been created for a week. Who knows? But yeah. That's not a major obstacle at this point, but we just need to make a note that what did it pop up with out of interest?
It said 7 days.
7 days, yeah. So just something, make a little note maybe in Basecamp that we can do that in 7 days' time.
Cool. And that should have. Nope, that didn't copy Rune.
Yeah. And Nick, it would just simply be in your Google About settings that you could basically add other emails. So if you go into that, do you guys doing some stuff with Phil? Am I right there, Phil Strati?
Yes.
Yeah. sort of thing that I would just say, hey, Phil, can you just have a quick look at my Google About stuff? I just want to make sure I've got, things the way they should be, with your emails and Gmails and all that sort of stuff. That's all. All good? Okay. I'm going to make that quick coffee.
All right.
So there was nothing that I had to do with mine other than accept the invite. Oops.
seal on my coffee maker wasn't very good. Are you still there, Caitlin?
Yes, still here.
Awesome.
I'm here.
All good. I just to make sure I checked back in.
Nick's off getting coffee.
All good. No, I'm done. I said the seal on my coffee or my milk frother wasn't very good though, so I made a bit of a mess. It's fair to say. Anyway, no point crying over it. That's a dad joke. Let's go to. I reckon what we do next, because we can. Let's just do Twitter, Kaylin.
Sure.
So effectively, we've created
I already opened it up.
Yep, we've created a YouTube channel. So we know that's good. Actually, we probably can title. You don't need your base camp on the far right, I don't think, unless you were using that for something. You got the one on the left already. But yeah. So let's just go. Let's go sign up with phone or email. And let's go. Yep. So the full name, which is
So my details.
I know the business. So we're going to complete nursing, and yeah. Because you've been declared the actually, let's use. It should have to use email instead. On the right hand side, use email instead.
Sorry.
It's all right. Yeah, so that's it.
Oh god. Should we use the media email address that was created for this?
Do you have access to it?
Yes. What did they call it? Media at completenursing.com.au.
And that's coming through to you, yeah? You'll get an email for that?
Yeah, so it's
just do a test to
both
make
Belinda
sure you
and
do.
I have access to that.
Okay, well let's use that. We might as well test it.
Yeah, it popped.
There we go.
It pops up in my little box in Outlook.
Cool. Well, we probably could have used that. We could probably change that for our do that as our YouTube one as well. For now, let's use that as our
Yes.
All right, so
yeah,
you'll have to use. You can use my birthday if you want to use somebody else's birthday other than yourself. But my age is a lot older than yours, so I always prefer if younger people do it. mainly just
everyone feel young.
Maybe just for security perspective, realistically, just so we know we're not going to get asked, but it's just so that we know. Yep. And we might even make that note that it's your birthday that we put in. Yep. So go next. Yep. And next, Caitlin's birthday, Twitter. Yep.
No one has an excuse to forget now. I expect messages every year.
Exactly. It's not. Yeah, we've got a bit of a wait though, and maybe just make a note that we.
I can't even see your birthday.
That we use the copy the media email and paste that in there as well, so we all have that. Yeah, cool.
Where are you?
Twitter in the middle, yeah. And and go next. And while you've got the email pasted in your copy and paste, why don't we go to YouTube and just update it over there as well? Far right, yeah. Down the bottom.
There we are.
Yeah.
Boink.
There we go. Perfect. All right, and back to Twitter. Let's see what it's at. Verification code was sent to your email. Yep. So
we've got that one. So it is 807-327. You'll need a password.
Yep, password I've given a suggested one. If you go to Basecamp and scroll to the top, I've put it probably next to Instagram. So scroll up and then copy it, paste it down below as well, so you don't have to go looking for it next time either. But yeah, that's CNHC at. Yep. Yeah, so this one is such that so long as you know the username and the password, you can sign in. I reckon the one that puts the full name looks best, don't you? It seems to fit best on things as well. So most people aren't going to look at it at that thing, but it also, for early days, it associates the icon and the name and everything too. So that's cool. Let's go with that. We may revert back to icon at some point, but then go next. And well, so we're going to go with your CN. Actually, what happens? Complete nursing's too long, is it? Oh no, it's taken complete. Okay. What about if we do CNHC?
Oz.
What about CNHC support? Because realistically, it's home disability and aged care support, and it's CNHC as everybody calls it, right? So,
and it probably leaves out the nursing bit since Queensland doesn't have any nurses.
Cool.
Neither
Okay.
does Tassie.
All right, there you go. Oh, I feel for those two places, but let's go next. Yep, that works well then. And we'll allow for now, or you can skip actually that. You're probably not going to be running notifications on your computer necessarily. That's the other good thing that you've had happen now, Belinda, by having Caitlin. She's now going to be the one that's going to cop these various things.
All the spam.
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't even know how to use Twitter or.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It's just.
I think I shared one thing once.
They tried to get me to open up my own Instagram account, and I got to the bit of picking the name, and it's like, yeah, no, that's too hard.
No, I quite like Twitter, but mainly just for
it says
instant.
Follow one or more accounts.
Just follow one, yeah. Elon Musk is good enough. No, go ABC News maybe. Something that's or Elbow. Things that the reason what we do follow is things that help place where we are and our industry and what we do clearly, right? And so that our so we'll go next, but we're going to talk about that in the planning session, so I wouldn't worry too much for now. So let's just go ABC News and that'll do. All right, and then we'll go with.
I clicked on Albo too.
The interesting thing, as you said, because you're down here in Melbourne, so aren't you? I think is that right, Caitlin? You're in Melbourne.
She's in Tassie.
I'm in Tassie.
Oh, you're in Tas. Oh, you're in further again. I was just wondering why I'm seeing Dan Andrews there. There you go. So we've got hop, skip, and jump. We just needed someone in Sydney. All right, let's go profile on the left-hand side. Left-hand side under lists, it's over profile. There. Yeah.
So where are you, Steve?
I'm in Melbourne, in Footscray, just in the inner west of Melbourne. But I am from Perth, so I can say that we slightly cover the whole country. That's my background, so originally. So let's go. And I love Tassie, and I'm a bit of a fan of Queensland as well. So there you go. So yeah, we're all.
Not today. The weather's
nice and warm here.
Is it? Oh, it sounds like Tassie might have the best day. Geez, when does that happen?
Yeah, we've got 19 degrees.
That's fantastic.
Like, I walked out this morning to take the rubbish bins out, and it was like 14, 15, or like 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh, it's so good.
You're
and
the
then
winner.
It started to rain, but yeah.
We were all rugged up. It says cloudy and 17 on my computer. We're all rugged up.
That could easily be the same as here at the moment, to be honest. That's very similar.
That's still a nice day for Tassie.
Yeah. I did a whole summer's prac there one time, and it wasn't what a West Australian would call summer. But I still loved it, but it was just different.
When I went to Tassie, it was really hot.
It's funny, isn't it, that you base your whole experience, doesn't it? So it makes a huge difference. So let's...
It's a different type of hot, but anyway, I'll digress.
Yeah, exactly. Edit profile. The hot is probably a bit like Melbourne. When it's real hot, it's hot, right? So
yeah. I thought it was hotter than Queensland.
Yeah. Let's add our young girl here at the top one, the picture, that one there. Yeah.
I'll put that over there. When do I go to get it? This one. Cool. Yeah.
And we'll go apply. Yep. And in the bio, I think if you want to go,
Can we
let's,
steal the YouTube one?
yeah, but it's only 160. So I reckon we use that so I reckon you're almost like, your catch cry is like live your best day ever. So on the website, it's got live at your best, every day is what it is. So if we go to website, maybe we
Yeah.
start with that. That's sort of your positioning statement in a way. Live at your best every day. Yeah.
Oh, well, that didn't want to work. What has it
That's
done to me?
okay. No, it's all right. We'll go again. Yeah, just add your oh yeah, and then once we add the photo, then just go save, and then we'll go edit again. Yeah, just go save and just go edit for now, and that way hopefully that won't happen a second time, and then just yes, they can get a bit tanty, these things. So yep, that's it. Go edit profile again. Live at your best every day. And then what we could do is to sort of make that CNHC make sense, we could, in fact, I think there's a good spot here for an emoji. So let's go, I think I actually do add it in the list now, but I'm sure if you just go far right, just go emojis in the search, as in top right, open a new tab, and we'll go searching for emojis. We'll just go Emojipedias or something like that. Yep. And let's just do so yeah, click on get emoji. What happens actually if you do a nurse? Despite what you just said before, nursing and care is still. So if you type in nurse where it says smileys and just do search for me. Oh, I was going to. Oh, there we are. That's interesting. How what happened? So this is get emojis. Just some of those emojis, I'm not sure they're going to work straight back. I've didn't realize there's a little wheelchair emoji, to be honest.
I saw that. I didn't realize there was this many emojis.
No, I think some of these emojis may not work on all the different ones. That's going to be the only thing. So I just go usually the emojis for Judith. Okay, yeah. So let's just do our little search up the top.
Nice.
So
what
maybe
are we
just
searching for? Not
search.
Oliver
I mean, there's a couple of things, yeah. So just go if you do nurse. Let's see if there's something that's appropriate that comes up. So just try that. Maybe enter. Is it? There we go. Health woman health worker. Yeah.
They have one without a stethoscope. I don't know. Copy.
Oh yeah, we don't really. Is there a stethoscope on that person? Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
It's probably not
Just
the
around the
best.
shoulders.
You're picking out emojis now.
Adding emojis.
Well, only as a spacer. It's just better than other things. But yeah, maybe because the other thing I was just going to say is we work
Maybe
we work off we work on the basis that your care. So I mean, if things like care, we could. And I was thinking, even just live your life at your best. Even just the idea of sunshine or whatever. It's just something that sort of that we can use. That sort of happy life sort of thing. You know what I mean? But what happens if you put in care? Oh no, yeah, hospital. That's not the sort of care we're after.
Yeah. It came out with the hospital and nail polish.
Yeah.
Let's go. There can't be that many to scroll through.
Has an Ellie left?
What about happy?
Happy to do it. Do they have like a? I know they're a big fan of like the helping hand. Oh look, these
There
would
you
be
go.
cute.
Yeah,
Little love
yeah,
hearts in the
yes,
hand.
yes, that's good. Yeah, that's right. Let's go with one of those with yeah, so a medium light or a medium dark, one of the two. I don't know if they all will change them, but yeah. So get a copy, yeah. In fact, on that basis, that might be enough just to use the one emoji just to separate. Yeah.
Is that Twitter?
So
That's not working.
yeah, I
Or will
think
it work
probably
afterwards?
because you'd probably need to do, maybe it's not going to do the skin tones for us on different platforms. So maybe we need to go just what the generic one is that they offer us and go with that, which may be that yellowy one. Yeah. Although,
Still looks like it might be not working. But let's give it a
try
razzle dazzle.
again.
No. Wonder if it'll just let me do it this way. Nope.
No.
And there's no space like
Yeah, so normally I must admit I don't usually go into this. It's something that I could probably add and do later. So maybe just do a little dash for now. If it's so, just scroll up the top. Usually I just use the
Okay.
Emojipedia where it's just the smallest one, and as you said, it doesn't offer you probably the same, and it just modifies depending on which platform it's on, right? So that one there seems to be the one that it would be. But anyway, probably enough time spent. Let's go. I don't know if it may be just a loading issue more than anything else around your imagery at the moment. So just go edit profile again. And then do a little. So, and immediately we're going to have a dash after every day. So we just have a spacer. So we go, you're all going to run it all on the same line. Yeah. And just do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just have so have a space between the dash. And then we're going to go CNHC. Provides in-home disability and aged care support.
Do we provide aged care?
No.
No, we don't provide aged care support.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not yet. Just disability support.
Okay, so maybe in-home. Okay. So will the new wording on the website update that as well? That's just taken off the website. That's all. So
we could take it from the purpose. So the purpose statement is to deliver high quality services that support and empower people to enhance quality of their lives. So we could be CNHC provides support and services to empower people to.
So yeah, in actual fact, what you could finish, you've got you could do C. So I see it's actually down there. It's C and okay. Home. So that first sentence, if you did, you could just do just from the website. If you go to the website, you can actually. It's got CNHC is devoted to supporting people in our community to live. We probably don't need to say the same thing twice then in terms of our statement before, you know what I mean? But that first sentence that's got is devoted, just use that whole all the way to no matter what their age, regardless of age, ability, circumstances. We'll probably use that instead of that little positioning statement that we had. Yeah, so paste in there. So what happens if we get rid of and make it CNHC? Yeah. To live at their very best. Okay, so now what we'll do is just write again. I'd probably use the website emoji to go in here, but anyway, just because you don't. There's no one number for all. So in this case, it's probably better. CNHC. So probably contact. You know how on the other one we said contact your local office.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we do something along those lines. In underneath where it's got. So in location, I guess we're just going to write Australia for now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then copy and paste the website. Yeah, and we go save. I'm going to update this a little bit because I'm not. We want to use generally the full, and we want to add emojis and stuff. But what I'll get you to just go edit profile again and just go switch to professional. It'll just enable you to it'll just enable your main industry, which is probably health. Or, yeah. And business, yeah. Okay, skip for now. Yep. And save. And then see, I guess at the moment we probably got enough space. It didn't fit. Or maybe we don't. Yeah, CNHC probably is what we have to leave it. As I said, I'll tweak that a little bit better. What we could do, copy the Twitter link up the top and just paste it into Basecamp and YouTube for me.
All my
no,
notes.
click in that. It'll be fine. When you click back in there, you'll see it's still there.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah, it'll all be good. It's pretty good like that.
Awesome.
Add a link. Twitter is probably the one that'll finish up being disappearing, but that's okay. Here we can publish, so it saves it. And then we'll go back to Twitter, and I'm just going to turn analytics on, which is, so if underneath profile you go more. Yep, that's it. Go analytics and just turn them on. And if you like, just copy that URL and paste it into Basecamp as well, just to remind us that we've turned it on. It's all good. Back to Twitter, you can close the analytics one and click on this one. And I think for now, that's probably what we'll do. We'll leave it at that. Let's go to Instagram. And we're going to go switch accounts. And we're going to go sign up. A sign up down below. Yeah, that's it. And switch accounts again. Oh, there you go. Sign in. There we go. So let's use the media email. Yeah. Oh, complete. I could. Yeah.
Do you want the name to be?
Yeah, complete net. Put the whole name, I reckon.
I didn't know if it would fit.
Yeah, it's okay on that part. The our username. Yeah, username will go. Let's use the same username as Twitter. That way, if we're pasting through, it goes on both. Yep.
And I use the same password as well.
Correct. Perfect. Yep. And your birthday. This is where it actually needs to know that you're over 18. Next. Yep.
Wait for another email to come through.
Oh, what the no? Just go. What the heck? Just what the hell? Doesn't follow guidelines. Just refresh.
Like already we did something wrong? That didn't like the reset.
That's so bizarre when that happens.
Can we try again? Does it let you do it again or?
You still have 30 days to disagree with this decision. Yeah, just click on. What the hell?
I'm not a robot.
Next. Email. Mobile.
I'll just put in my number, shall I? And then I'll.
Correct. Yep.
And what have we got? 606.
There you go.
Do we want them on?
Yeah, that'll be okay. It should be all right for now. And then for you personally, if you find you're getting things, you just could turn notifications off. So click on our little shadowy figure next to the love heart. Yep, and profile up the top. And go edit profile and CNHC support. Yeah, we can put our we can change profile photo. So put our logo in.
Well, this is added, but it hasn't done anything.
Oh, really? Yeah, sometimes it might need to be done on the phone. Just it didn't work.
I'll try it again. Come on. It says loaded and added. Might have to save it and then see if it updates.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just purely I've had to go and just do it on the phone. Actually, I send the photo to my phone and I do it via the phone. Clearly, Instagram's more of a phone thing than here. So, but that's okay. We can do, let's do what we can do again. Let's go website, copy and paste.
Do we want to leave these as lowercase or change them?
Yeah, on Instagram, unfortunately, it doesn't. So it just comes as lowercase. So we'll stick with it for now. Then the bios use the same as Twitter for now.
Mhm. Nice.
Yeah, and phone number. Put your. This one actually is private, but it's good to have it so that they can text you. So that issues like we just had then, we've actually got a number associated with. So we just know that your mobile's part of Instagram as well as Twitter, basically.
Yeah. Should I make it your work phone number, Belinda, rather than my private one, just in case?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. What's your work one? Sorry.
That's a good question. It is 0476.
Yeah.
000.
Yeah.
048.
048. Cool. Thank you. And then submit.
Okay. And do you want to just have a go on? No, it's okay. I'll do it. I'm just going to make sure that I can send. As I said, at the moment, if you were to try on your phone, you probably could get it in, but let's not worry about that for now. Let's just click on the profile then on the top right again. I know it's not going to have the picture, but at least we'll see what you've done there. Yeah. Yeah, so clearly all we've got is our... For now, I don't know there's much else we can do on that other than because we can't connect it to the Facebook for now. Let's just go to Facebook just so you kind of we'll have a look at... Just click on about next to posts for them. Scroll down the bottom. Yeah, okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that didn't have anything that was getting... See, when was the... If you go back and up to the top, and let's just go home again on this one. So scroll up rather than about. Just go posts, maybe. Sorry, posts. So that one's... Is that pinned or is that... No, that was just the most recent post. Scrolling down. Yeah, no. Okay, so there's not been anything there for a while. Okay. All right. Well, there's not a lot we could do on that for now other than hope that Renata has access to it.
Facebook.
Yeah. Nick, you definitely don't have access?
No, I definitely don't have access to Facebook.
No, okay.
I don't know who else would.
Yeah, on this one, the so info at Complete Nursing. Who gets that?
Tilly didn't know.
That's Victoria.
So someone in Victoria. So that's kind of just when it was set up, but that would make sense. That... All right. We just... What I get you to do, just for no other reason, just because when we're gonna need to be connected, if you just search my my work Steve, if you do Stephen,
On Facebook?
yeah, just do a search, and we'll connect if that's okay. So then STV space G space Hubbard HUBB ARD, yeah, enter this. Yeah, and so that one there, can you connect with me? Yeah, and that way, particularly around once we look at any advertising or that side of things, and particularly in the business account, at least we know that we're connected.
Yeah.
And I'll just accept that because sometimes it goes a long way down. Belinda, you and maybe if you and Belinda aren't already connected, I'd suggest you connect as well.
As on Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah. Just so, again, just understanding that you could be as private as you like from a business perspective. It's just so that you can have the keys to managing it. That's all, of posting on it.
So, I'll do. I'll search for you, Caitlin, because I've got strict.
Okay.
Yeah, you got your yeah.
So what? Just your name.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'm team. Yeah, okay. Right, okay.
What was your surname, Caitlin?
Eberhardt, EBERHARDT. Oh, it's all going on in Tassie today.
There you go. Yep. Thanks. Yep, we're connected. All good.
What does your Facebook picture look like?
It's got my face but mirror imaged. Yeah.
Oh, so the two with your hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 Caitlins.
And my cat.
Cool. Right. So, if you click on your 9 dots now, it sort of changed the way that it looks. So that 9 dots there, and then so down the middle, if you scroll down, so effectively we could... I say click on pages.
I think I might have the same settings as you, Belinda, because I'm a bit hard to search for.
I found you, but how do I become your friend?
I think I've turned it off so people can't send me requests unless I've got mutual friends.
Oh, there you go. So now we'll I know the easiest way is that on that basis you could connect with me because I'm not. So Stephen G,
Okay.
if you want to try that way, and then we actually will have a mutual friend though because I'm connected. So yeah, there you go. Stephen G accepted your. Okay, so let's just go back to the business page. So complete nursing. And yeah,
I've added you as a friend. Is that what I
cool.
was meant to do?
Yeah, you would have sent a if you, depending on if you sent a request. Yeah, you've added as a few, and then that for me, you mean Stephen,
Yeah.
or okay, you've probably done a friend request. Let me just have a
Oh,
look.
is that what I was meant to do? Or just
Friend
follow?
request, yeah, friend request. Yep, Belinda. Okay, thank you. That's good. Yep. So, yeah, for now, realistically, once we get, so I've confirmed that as well. So that's good. So once we hopefully someone can get us on the business manager, then essentially what we can do, what we possibly can do is just make sure that on your and show you that process because when you're going to want to use the business page, it's probably worthwhile adding your work email so that that's on this for your Facebook, Caitlin. Let's just go into. It's not often something I have to do with people, right? So, but clearly, it's not going to be your main email, but it just might be another email that you can use to get sign in. So if you go into your maybe menu, I'm not sure if it's that one or the profiles on the left. I reckon if you click on your that one there, your account on yep. So if you click on your your profile picture, yep, go settings, yeah, and click on settings.
Oh, I just got a friend request from you.
There you go.
Confirm.
Yeah.
No, I don't normally let work people on my.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can delete me afterwards. I'm about the same as well.
Well, that's why I finish up having boring Steve. To be honest, I've got a other one that's got my, the little bloke and running around and stuff. All right, so if you go not username, contact. See how you've got a primary. I'd just add your work one as a secondary.
Can I add a second? Oh, yes, add another email.
Yeah.
Why is the box so tiny?
And that way, when we're doing the business manager, we'll be adding in that email address, right? And so,
Do you want me to add my one or the media one then?
no, add your one. Yeah, add your one. So, because the media is generic than anybody, and no one's actually acting as that per se. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know my Facebook password.
There we go.
Yeah, it'll be in my phone somewhere saved. Hopefully. What kind of millennial am I?
No, the Facebook password. Most people, when they like, oh, I did that 10 years ago.
No.
There we
Of
go.
course, it's a valid email address, or I wouldn't have put it in.
Yeah. So I'm assuming once you confirm it on your email, then it'll be confirmed here. So yeah.
Please confirm.
That came through, yeah.
Yes.
Will you do the same as well, Belinda?
What am I meant to be doing in Facebook?
So in Facebook, if you go to your settings, just add a second email, being your work email.
So my settings and privacy.
Yeah, settings and privacy. You'll keep your primary email as whatever it currently is, but you'll just add another email to your account, which is your work one. So that way, when we have access to the business manager, we'll be able to add you in using your work email.
Okay. See, because I'm doing it on a phone, so mine's different.
Yeah, just be on your it's in your general account settings.
Manage your phone number and email.
So maybe with your
Yeah.
as well, Caitlin, what we might just do as a note in Basecamp is just make that note that you added that email to your Facebook account, so you could be added to the business account. Yeah, so Facebook now includes your. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't really matter because effectively it's just how we can invite you into the account. But when you accept the invite, you'd still accept it with the same. You're still the same person, right? But just knows now, right? I reckon Caitlin might have frozen. Have you frozen, Caitlin? Maybe I've frozen. Oh, I wondered whether I'd frozen then. All right, cool. All right. Do you want to just go? Are we okay to move to LinkedIn then now?
Yeah, of course.
Let's go to LinkedIn. Go to the company first. And let's go view as admin. Yep. Okay. And let's go edit page. Slightly down, the blue button. Yeah. Actual fact, we'll update the photo. That girl on a tree is kind of not one of ours. So let's go.
That's the new photo they're using for the handbooks.
The handbooks, yeah.
Yeah, so for our employee and participant handbooks, they've chosen that photo. So I'm guessing that's why it's the banner on here.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll leave it as the same then. Yeah, it is that element of no matter what one you're on. So is that so you said for the employees? So
Yeah, for
that's
employee
second,
and participant handbooks.
which is probably how this has been mainly used, right? So that's okay. Yeah, okay. Let's leave it at noting point of difference. Let's, however, scroll up the top of this one. And let's go page info on the left-hand side. Click on the page info. Let's change our icon to the black icon. Yeah.
We can change it to the girl in the wheelchair. I don't reckon they'd mind.
Well, there is that consistency, and then they kind of know that they're applying to the same. If just from a social perspective, what I was thinking is if you were finishing up, if you were going to change, just with that, see how tiny that becomes though when we put it on this one.
Yeah.
Maybe we discard that edit and just. Although what you could do is use your black version rather than the white version. You know how you've got a black version?
Yeah. All right, give me 2 seconds. We'll give it a try.
Yeah, perfect. Let's go now with our tagline. Let's use that same short that we've got in Twitter. And just reading that.
Too long.
So that's too long. Seems to live their best every day, regardless. It's how short are we? We're probably a bit short on that, aren't we?
Yeah.
In here, because we had that extra bit, what you could say, edit this profile, just edit your Twitter profile, and let's go with CNC is what was the terminology where I saw it, is a registered NDIS provider or something like, or you could even say is an NDIS provider.
NDIS approved.
Yeah, so see.
The classic games dilemma. Street.
It's not really. So we're going to run out of space, aren't we? If we said CNHC,
I can't even fit the rest of provider in there.
they probably can if we made a few ampersands, maybe. When we abilities and yeah, yeah. Oh, it's devoted. Because the other thing we could say is rather than having, we could do a dash at the end of with CNHC with the full name. You could do a dash and do CNHC as in up the top under the name. So go dash CNH as in like a dash, a separator. Yeah, that one. But have give space either side. Yeah, and then go registered NDIS provider devoted to supporting. Does that make sense? So in other words,
Yeah.
yeah. Whoa, one that's pretty good. And so let's copy that and then just save it. Yeah. But then here, what we could, then instead we don't have to have that regardless of blah, blah, blah. We just go registered. And so here we could say CNHC is a registered. So leave that. Yeah, that's right. CNHC is a registered. Maybe you don't need uppercase R or uppercase P. Registered NDIS provider devoted to supporting people in our community to live at their best every day. So let's just copy and paste that into Basecamp as well, maybe. I have a little bit of a tweak of these, but they're fairly consistent, so that's good. Yep. And let's go save. Yep. And let's go to overview on the left-hand side. Clean is divided to supporting people. That's a bit similar, but let's use our version that we had with YouTube, which we copy and paste into. Oh yeah, use that. Hopefully, you'll put it, and even with the contact details at the bottom, I reckon. So do the whole lot. Yeah. Yeah. And individual and family services, right? Yep. Privately held. Yep. So then a phone number. I'd use one of the head office's phone numbers, even if. Yeah. So.
That's Bundora's.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Bendigo's. What am I doing? 85603090. There we go.
Yeah. Year founded. Nick.
Year founded.
Am I founded?
No, the year the company started.
Oh, year founded. Let's just say 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And specialities will go home care.
Specialities. Disability care.
Yeah. In-home care, maybe, or in-home. Yeah, that's almost the same. Disability housing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Community access.
Yeah.
Might add disability support in as well, just in case they filter. Support.
What about recovery support or rehabilitation support? Maybe.
I don't know if we do too much of that.
No, okay. What about transport? Do you provide any
yeah.
transport?
Yep, transport. We've also got seal houses as well. So would we write seal house or seal accommodation or?
Yep. You can write both. I think you got up to two. Yeah.
Respite.
Yep. Respite care. You can do respite and respite care, maybe. Is it? All right.
I think Vic was getting some pet therapy set up, but we don't have it in Tas, and I'm not sure about Queensland. But would it be worthwhile adding
Yeah.
like dog sports?
Pet care, is it?
Like dog
Or,
therapy, like
oh,
support animals.
oh, there you go. Okay. Pet therapy, maybe. Or maybe write therapy. Do you do therapy? Is it?
Yeah, one of the taglines on the brochure is therapy supports.
Yeah, okay.
We'll just have that in.
Yeah. And let's go save. That's probably enough for now.
I missed the obvious one, NDIS.
Oh, yeah, true. NDIS. And maybe NDIS provider or something as well.
Right, yeah.
Good point. Let's go locations. And here you have put, looks like the different ones. So, yeah.
And this is the right address now on.
Yep,
Yeah.
they're the right addresses.
They're okay, yeah. All right. Let's have a look at.
Do we need to add the other branches in while we're here, or does Bendigo and Werribee and then Hobart as well missing?
Yeah, might as well put them in. Add location up the top. Australia's right up the top there.
Oh, is it? Oh, of course
It
it is.
did, yeah.
Okay, so I'll just go Bendigo first. 347 High Street. Doesn't want to bring it up for me.
Oh, yeah, right. Sometimes if it can't find it, you just type it in manually. It's fine, I think. As in,
Yes. Through. What are these? 3555. Mine in Werribee is 1-38. Duncan's Road. 330. Save. I'm just going to change that because they're Brisbane North now. Save that. And then we'll add Hobart. Just 12 district.
there it is. Rosny Park, wasn't it? Oh, wrong one. Both of them.
Weird. But yeah, it is Rosny Park.
There you go.
When it wants to. Okay, where to now?
Right. I think that's that one. So let's go hashtags. Let's see if anybody's added any. NDIS, nursing and home care. Disability support spelt wrong. So that's not helping you. So let's redo that one. So just to bin it, bin the right handle. Yeah, yeah, and then let's do disability support. Yeah, they probably are your best three, I reckon. Have one that sort of says your key thing, which your name kind of does too. But yep. So let's go save on that. Just maybe copy and paste those hashtags into Basecamp for me as well, because we'll use them on posts too.
Yeah, I think Eloise said she tries to use those three in at least every post.
Yeah, that's right. So it helps you sort of locate what you do and your name for everything. Yep. All right. Cool. That. Yep. So we can close that one. No, don't need to do a post. And just so people know, we have made other changes. Let's, as you said, let's do our girl with the dog. Even for a new employees looking to work with you, at least they'll be able to see then that that it's consistent across everything. Yeah. And then let's just have a look at you, if you're happy for me to, just from a profile. And we'll make you all star if you wish to be for CNHC. If you go me, yeah.
And then where?
I say view profile, yeah. Now you can have a Tassie photo behind you if you want, but some sort of just something that brings you out of the page. I mean, you could use the other thing is you could use. So the point is you don't need to use a business one in that part there. It can be just helps again something that helps place you, but also that brings you out of the page. You guys probably heard the other day if you go for the far right. I open a new tab. Sorry, my bad. Open a new tab on the far right, and you can use something like Unsplash. And this is for the exercise at the moment too, Caitlin. So we go through it so that we make you look all star. But yeah, you could do Hobart, for instance, search in there if you wanted to have that, or if you're that bloke by a pool area, that's different. Yeah, yeah. That's Wineglass Bay, that one there, isn't it? That's not Hobart, but yeah, but. Landscape.
Oh, now I want to go explore around.
Yeah, yeah. But pick something for now, so I know you've done it, and then if you want to chop and change later. Otherwise, I've got a guy that I was working with quite some time ago. He said, "I do my profile picture. I'll do it later." And I swear I'm telling him every month. I haven't seen it yet. Where is it? Anyway,
Just download.
yeah. Where's that? It's at the top of Mount Wellington, or where is
Yep.
Is that? There you go. I once tried cycling up that. It's a lot easier cycling down than it is cycling up.
I walked up it when I was 14.
Yeah.
You wouldn't catch me doing it now. We went on a school trip in high school, and quite a few of the boys that wore shorts got leeches.
Oh yeah. The leeches are terrible up there.
Yes,
I don't reckon that viewing platform was there when I was there.
No, it's had a bit of a revamp in the last couple of years. There was like a little mini lookout years and years ago, but not like they've got now.
Yeah, so we can put something like that behind. Again, other people that are in technology or whatever, you can always do, or whatever it is that you might be into. I saw you had the cat on the other one. At the end of the day, although from a work perspective, it's sort of something that helps sort of what you do. Yeah, so that one there, and then you can position that how it looks best. Just because, I tell most people in terms of particularly from a business perspective, but also from a career perspective, there is that saying you might have heard: "Is your network is your net worth." So clearly, the opportunity here for you, Caitlin, is you've got a real good opportunity to grow your network over time, right? Um, so let's go then the pencil that you clicked secondary underneath the photo that you have now, that one there, yeah. And let's go pronouns. You probably that's she, her, yeah. Then we've got that current operations administration complete home care. What you can do there is do a dash after that complete nursing and home care, and then we can use the same sort of language as we used on Twitter, for instance, giving people a better, whatever it was. If you go from Basecamp, it helps from a searchability in terms of what space you're working in, and clearly it helps. So what you could almost say, registered NDIS provider devoted to supporting people to live their best every day, for instance.
Yeah. So just copy that and put
You
it
could
all in
actually
there.
almost use the CNC, yeah, is a registered NDI. Yeah, I reckon that's going to fit. There's a lot of space actually, so. Um, Yeah, no need to have a full stop at the end, probably. But see if that saves. And so now all of a sudden, to some degree, I'm not sure if you're probably the best representative CNHC currently has. Would you agree? Right, effectively, you're on brand at least, right? Um,
Yeah.
so that clearly again, Belinda. The thing about LinkedIn compared to Facebook is this is your business card effectively online. Yeah, does that make sense in terms of people can look you up. They can even when you're not connected to them, you can at least see their their profile image, cover background, and the detail, right? That Caitlin's just updated. The other thing that we can do, Caitlin, is if you go to contact info, it's
Um.
just underneath those words we've just added. Yeah, so
Ah, yeah.
in the middle, contact. Yeah. Go on the pencil up the top. Yeah, click on pencil. And what we can do there, see how I like it when I get to do this. See up the top, you got that little one that's got all your name and then some gobbledygook. Yeah, click on that one. And here on the right hand side, you can customize your URL. So you go, I don't reckon there's any Caitlin Eberhardt's up the top, that little pencil
Oh,
there.
I do have a cousin, but she's spelt slightly differently.
Yeah, so I'd have no dash, just go Caitlin Eberhardt, all one word, and go save. And then if you get it, now you can cheer. There you go. So that's perfect. So you can actually have that on your email picker and that sort of stuff if you wish to. Again, it's just if you're wanting to build network and people so they can actually see what your experience and that sort of stuff is. So that's that. You can, on the top, if you go back to me, if you just click me on this one, because you've just updated that part, and go view profile. Yeah. And so you can now copy that URL link up the top. See your Caitlin Eberhardt one now. Just put that into Basecamp. I usually like to say that we did that as well. So on the top left-hand side, but also it kind of helps if others want to have a look at how, they can set, similarly depending on what their roles are. And then we go back to contact info. Go edit again. Yeah. And you could do in here, you could do office phone number if you think that's appropriate. Um, so that way it's not to you personally. You don't necessarily want to be giving out mobiles, that sort of stuff. But and around address, you could say that you're in Hobart, Tasmania, for instance. Website, you can add the company website. So copy and yeah, and it's the type is actually just go. Oh yeah, it is company. I guess that's fine. Yeah. Similarly, we can do so add a website as well. Although for you it won't be. I was going to say you can also add Facebook pages and that sort of stuff in there as well. For now, probably that's enough just to have the main website. And scrolling down and then go save. Yep, basically. Did we put in your other email? So your work email?
Not onto LinkedIn.
So let's go, probably the best way to do that is to go me up the top and go settings. And yep. And sign in and security, I think, left-hand side. And email addresses, yep. And then just add your other email.
Oh, hang on, I just need to go find this password.
Google might help you.
I don't think. Oh. No, I'll just find it in my phone. Sorry, it'll be
No
2
worries, all good.
seconds.
Okay, and yep, so that'll send an email.
To home address, click this link.
Okay. Cool. Did you finish up having so let's go. We've got a few LinkedIn's open now. Maybe close those 3 that are on the far left-hand side, and maybe drag the other one. Oh,
I accidentally already closed it.
that's all right.
Forgive
Let's
me.
go back to LinkedIn. That's okay. Cool. Just remind me, if you click on link, so actually the quickest way, if you click on that hyperlink, it's the middle one there, right? Just click on that one there. It'll take you to company. Yeah. Did you get super admin on this in the end? Just go admin tool.
No, I think that gave me super admin.
Oh yeah, it looks like you gave. So Caitlin has it too. For now, yep. So let's go. What I was thinking, that's all we can do for now, other than, as I said, for Facebook. So we've done pretty well. We've got everything else relatively sorted. What I might get you to do is just give you the free Publer, which I'll upgrade to, particularly once we've got the Facebook access. But if you go to Basecamp on the far left-hand side and scroll up to the top, there's just a link for Publer. So if you keep going up, there we go, that Publer there. So just right-click, open link, and then drag it all the way across. Yeah, and just we're going to go sign up for free. And here, use the media at email.
Oh my god, I've forgotten how to spell today or type, one of the two.
You're doing very well, don't you worry. And then, yep, sign up.
Oh, boats.
There you go. And now, oh yeah, you won't be able to do it yet. You'll have to go to your email and verify it first. So go to that. Oh yeah, do that. What you need to do here.
Just while I'm waiting for
I
it
know.
to come
Sorry.
in.
Yeah, but you haven't put that in yet. So hang on. You just go to your verify it on your email first, and then you'll be able to do this part.
Okay. I guess. My name or no,
This is the business. Yeah, complete. Yep. Cool. All right. So that's that. Given you're in some of the platforms, just to get, we could put 3 in this one, but you'll finish up having 5 because we upgrade it. So you can go to the CC up the top right and just click on that drop down there, complete. Yeah. And we're going to go settings. and go edit profile, and we just put your the black icon in at the top, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. You can give that a tick. We're the only ones that can see this, by the way. So, and just go save changes. Yeah. And now you can do what you were going to do before. So if you click on the public icon on the left-hand side, yeah, and then you can add account. So you might as well add your LinkedIn one first.
Profile or page?
Up the page, yep. And yep, that's right. So you go through, and then it'll ask you which page. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you can tick on that. Yep. And go to accounts. Well, you can also add, although it's not connected yet as a business account, you can probably add Instagram. So go to Instagram, but we'll need to connect it. Actually, maybe it'll tell you it's not a business page. So, well, actually, no, we're not going to be able to do it. So go back. Sorry, just go
That's
back.
okay.
Yeah. It's not connected to a business, so it's not going to be able to do that one. So go add. We'll do Twitter because you're signed in at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And authorize that. Yeah. And you click on that one. And they're the only two we can probably put in at the moment because we need Facebook and Instagram to be integrated, and we need access to Google. So yeah, so that's okay. At least it's created. So what you will be able to do is, though, you'll be able to sign in, and particularly once we have those accesses, but you'll have a higher level anyway. So, but that's been created now, so that you can simply sign in using the media at and that password that you just put in. I reckon that's just about time to have a break to have something to eat. So if you want to go back to base camp and just go add this comment for me, you can, yeah.
I'll
So,
save our public
yeah,
details
the public,
first.
yeah, sure. Public,
And then add this comment.
yep. That's that done. Okay. So with you said how the lady in Queensland had access to the Queensland page. She doesn't have access to the other one by any chance.
The Facebook page.
Facebook page, yeah,
I don't think so. I'll ask Eloise though.
yeah. Because it would be good if we can find someone that has access at least as an admin to the page, and then yeah, even if they only have access as an editor, at least we can see who the other admins are. That's the other thing. So,
I
yeah.
would imagine Renata was because it's. I
Was
think
Renata, was it? Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure she originally started it up.
Both. Okay. All right. Well, what it might, yeah. So Renata's on European time, isn't she? So
Yeah, early hours in the morning.
yeah. So I think, yeah, as I said, at the moment, we've done everything we can. I think we've done it. It's looking good. So that's good. There's a couple of little tweaks and tidies. Um, Probably what I would say in the afternoon, because normally we'd look at saved audiences in Facebook Ads Manager. We're not going to be able to do that. So I reckon what we do, let's have a break now. I reckon we then maybe spend an hour just around how we look at connecting and what the scheduling might look like in terms of what we're going to post, when we're going to post. And then we work out what we need to do next. We probably just need to spend at least another hour, I reckon, together. So in other words, don't do an hour today, do another hour once we can get access to Facebook Ads Manager, that sort of thing. Does that make sense? That sound fair?
Yep.
Yeah. I think I'm almost tempted to. I think until we got that Facebook Ads Manager, what I might do, yeah, I think what we might do is let's re-meet, even if we could meet as hopefully if we speak to Renata, we can get the access we need, and hopefully we hear from the other lady too, Joe, because we want to get access to that Google page too. But clearly, once we've got both of those things, then we can hit the ground running. But I'm sort of tempted to not sort of start posting until we've actually got them all accessible and able to post through to everything, rather than just post through to a couple of the things. You know what I mean? Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's I'll stop this little bit of recording of all Caitlin and Belinda's early handiwork.